Have you ever wondered why your utility bill might double or more when the weather changes? You haven't done anything different. All your routines are the same. So you might expect it to go up some, but double? Really? So how exactly does the weather impact your bill? Well, it's a little bit different for all of us, depending on our home. Its age, size, the number of people living there, the condition of the major appliances like our heating and cooling systems, and the general energy efficiency of our home like insulation levels and the tightness of the home. So being the curious fellow that I am, I looked at my own house and how the weather impacts my bill. My house is fairly new, built in 2019, 2,800 square feet, and I live there with my wife and two stepchildren and two dogs, Eddie and Luna, who, as you might imagine, rule the roost. Because I have a smart meter on my house, I can see how much electricity I use on a daily basis. I also have access to the daily high and low temperatures for where I live through TempTracker365.com, a website that all Electricity members have access to. So I focused in on 2 months, February and June, where the weather was both extreme, either very cold or very hot, but also there were some mild days in the month. Let's look at the graph for February. As you can see, when the low temperature line in blue takes a dive into the 20s and 30s, the daily kilowatt hour use line in orange spikes in the 50s. The difference is a factor of 3 times. I want you to keep that in mind. Now let's look at the graph for June. In this graph, the lines are going to follow each other. When the high temperature line graph goes up, the kilowatt hour use line also goes up, and vice versa. When the high temperatures are in the 90s, the electric use is in the 50s. When the high temperature line is in the 60s, kilowatt hour use is in the high teens. Again, the difference in kilowatt hour use is by a factor of 3. So at least at my house, my electric use is going to triple when the weather is extreme, either cold or hot, compared to when it is mild, even though there are still just 4 people and 2 dogs there. Will all customers see the same impact? No, they won't, but it won't be far off. If you look at 12-month billing histories of your customers, it'll tell a similar tale. If your utility has made the transition to smart meters, you too can look at your personal electric use on a daily basis and see how the weather impacts your bill. I encourage you to do this because the more comfortable that you are with this phenomena, the easier it will be to talk to your customers about it. Talking about the weather is sometimes called small talk, but when it comes to your electric bill, the weather is big news.